Welcome, everyone, to the original Conference Championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Look him out throwing here to start the drive. Here's the target, and it's complete. Tackle made after the completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
That completion makes it second and medium. It's a shotgun run call. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever. Going all the way back to Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Makes the throw across the middle of the field. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Ball handed off. And that run produces a decent gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down play coming up. Hand it off for a draw. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The back just had no chance there. The defense is all over the draw play to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, I don't know if they were tipped off or what, but they weren't fooled at all. You could tell the defense was dialed into exactly what was coming and made the tackle.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive early in this game. The offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. To the air, it's Collins. That's going to be incomplete. A first down drop here in the middle of the field. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
LSU now operating in the red zone. The shotgun running play call. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The shotgun handoff here. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7. So here we go, 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The ball is picked off. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. We're just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback drops back. Running back grabs it on a screen. And they'll bring him down. The defense fought through the blocks, and they stop him short of the first down.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're 3rd down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. And he's brought down, but it's a first down, spotted near the 41.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
So you're a defensive coordinator trying to stop this offense. Your eyes are in the backfield worried about that quarterback. He's going to run it or throw it. You got to worry about the receivers getting downfield and making big plays. And now, oh, by the way, you got a program that has great history at the running back spot. Guys like, think about it, Travis Etienne and C.J. Spiller, the backs they have here now on this roster. Boy, just so many different combinations and ways to attack you.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And the quarterback dropping back, looking to set up a screen pass here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Looking to throw it on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Haynes. Finally marked out after a big game, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. Offense will decline the penalty after that big gain. The Tigers looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. No, he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. It's going to bring up the 3rd down play.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
So here we go. After a long drive, it's 3rd and goal. Can they punch it in or settle for 3? From the shotgun, it's a handoff. He's swarmed by the defense.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you've got to come away here with a touchdown.
And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Throws it to the right. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And the gain just good enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that 1st down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game. And then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Dropping back, it's Collins. Looks like he's going to run it. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense of being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? Man, he laid the hit stick on him there.
They're going to run it. Looks like LSU has the 1st down.
Chris, I know we think about LSU, we go back to 2019, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Boy, he was so close to getting to the outside and coming up with some huge yards. But, hey, let's give credit to the defense. This receiver is really fast. They were very, very fortunate not to give up the big play.
So the low place right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the 1st down here on 3rd and short. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. It's caught. They bring him down, but not before he gains 1st down yardage.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Off the play fake on first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running, makes it pretty simple. All he had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Remember, last time they went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. Looking for his back. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch.
You know, I think this quarterback's realizing that, yeah, he's got some great receivers, but when in doubt, you get it to this back. He not only has great quickness, here he shows you what kind of hands he has as well.
That completion sets up an important third down play. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Breaks loose at the 45. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. First down. Looking to throw the football. That's caught. It's Haynes. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
A new set of downs after that completion. On the run, it's Williams. In the clear at the 25. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. He just breaks away and takes it to the house from distance. That's an elite running back type of play.
You know, when he got out into the open field, I didn't know if he had the speed to take that thing all the way to the house, but he does. That's next level speed.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, You throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Now it's second down here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Lets it go quickly. Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. That punch sails out of bounds. There'll be no return this time. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Catch made down inside the 25. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
Great timing here with the quarterback and the wide receiver. That receiver does a nice job of keeping his route vertical, and the quarterback's taught to put the ball away from the defender towards the boundary. Good adjustment by the receiver and a big play by the offense.
They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. That's reeled in. It's Haynes. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He throws it away there, avoiding a mistake on third down, and now a fourth down decision coming up.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down. I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. And he's got his man open downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Quick throw to his receiver. And it's complete downfield. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Looking to throw. It's Collins. Lets it fly to the wideout. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
Send the back in motion. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
An inside give now from the shotgun. And the defense able to bring him down, and that should just about do it for this first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. This one will be fair caught. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. You give it to the big fullback here. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
One thing about the college game is everybody likes to run a version of the spread. But there's still an opportunity every once in a while for the old fullback to get in there and show you what he can do. He reminds you on that play right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. Breaks loose at the 40. And he's tackled, but only after picking up the first down.
But these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. The pass rush closing in. An important 9 yards gain there brings up just 3rd and 1. Can he get there on the ground? And he's stuffed right at the line. I don't think he got it.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
The offense couldn't convert on 4th down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Now, the offense being aggressive here, going for it on 4th down, but the defense was not having it at all. They come up with a big stop.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Handoff from the shotgun. He'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking right, this one caught. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU's...
A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Looking downfield, it's Collins. He's going to pull it down and run. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but then make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Offense looking to keep this drive going into the red zone. It's 3rd down and short. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big game, but he couldn't hold on.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Tough spot for the offense here. 3rd and 10 back inside their own 5-yard line. We're going to find out if they're going to play it safe or take a risk. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Trying to create here on the move. Oh, and another incompletion.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
The coverage team makes the stop on this return. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Tigers. That puts them on top in the 2nd half.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Powerful Clemson offense is back out there. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Defense is coming after him. Running back has it on the screen now. And he never had a chance tackled in the backfield. So the screen on first down is snuffed out nicely, and now they're behind the sticks here.
Yeah, the offense tried to fool this defense by going the screen on first down, but give the defense all the credit in the world. They're not fooled at all. Read that perfectly, able to chase that down for a loss.
They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
A gain makes it second and medium. He'll hand it off. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Handoff here from the shotgun. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss.
It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
How about this, Chris? The safety reads the quarterback's eyes perfectly and saw the throw before it even happened. If you're the quarterback, that's why it's so important to look those safeties off so they can't break on your throws.
Takes the handoff. It's Williams. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. In the red area, it's Haynes.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. So here we go. 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here. Trying to force a field goal attempt. It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
How about that, Chris? The big man comes up with a sack. You don't see that every day. Give him credit. He got to the quarterback and got a sack.
kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Dropping back. It's Collins. A short completion of the tight end.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, and he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Caught for the completion. Marked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today.
Well, the defense gets these guys to third down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the first down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
Here's the handoff. Finding some room at the 25. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
The extra point up and good. So the lead now is 8 here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. We'll call for the fair catch here. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. Kept out of the end zone last time, had to settle for a short field goal. Can they improve upon that here? Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. An explosive play. They finally got him, but at the 40.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The offense really clicking here. They're going to run it here. They pick up 4, so second down and 6 coming up.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And the pass is complete to the tight end. They stop at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Caught behind the line. It's Lee. That heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Here we go. Third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Shotgun formation here on third down. The scramble doesn't get there. That's going to bring up fourth down.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's third down. Do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
Down one possession in the fourth quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on fourth down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Needs a completion here on fourth down. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Here we go. It's what you hope for. Fourth quarter, one possession game, conference championship on the line.
You know, these conference championship games sometimes can be so unpredictable. 1 minute you're up by a couple of scores, then all of a sudden you have a stalled possession or a turnover, and the pendulum shifts in favor of the opposing team. It's feeling like that might be happening late in this game.
It's obviously down two. They'll go for the two-point conversion to try to tie the score. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he's sacked on a crucial two-point conversion. The offense still trails by those 2 points. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Crucial possession here. Suddenly, this is a two-point game in the final quarter. What can the offense do to build on this lead or just play keep away? And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second down play coming up for this offense. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. They tackle it behind the line, a loss of 4. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Snags a quick throw. Breaks loose at the 40. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more third down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
They go with a direct snap. Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.